In Fortune and Glory, the Cliffhanger Game, intrepid adventurers traverse the globe in search of powerful ancient artifacts, fame, and, of course, vast riches waiting to be discovered. Hi, I'm Chaz, and in this video, we're going to explore Fortune and Glory, the Cliffhanger Game to help you determine if this would be a good fit for your next game night. A Fortune and Glory, designed by Jason C. Hill and published by Flying Frog Productions, who helped make this video possible, has quite a few components, options, and add-ons available. So let's embark on our own journey into this game and discover what it's all about and how it works. Fortune and Glory, the Cliffhanger Game, is a fast-paced game of thrilling escapades, vile villains, edge-of-your-seat danger, and pulp movie action where treasure hunters travel the globe in search of ancient artifacts while fending off danger at every turn in a quest for the ultimate reward of fortune and glory. The game can be played either competitively or cooperatively. In its competitive version, players race across the globe to collect the most fortune while also sabotaging each other's efforts. Cooperatively, though, the heroes will team up to fight against villains controlled by the game. There's also several optional layers of complexity that you'll find which could be incorporated into your adventures, but for the sake of introductions, in this overview, we'll just stick to going over the basic game. Whichever variation you play, you'll be racing to collect the two resources that are the game's namesake: Fortune, which is represented by these gold coin tokens, and Glory, which is blue. Glory is gained by defeating enemies and overcoming dangers, and is used as influence to acquire gear, allies, and to heal your character. On the other hand, Fortune is gained by recovering and selling artifacts, and in the standard competitive game, collecting at least 15 fortune and then returning to your starting city will win you the game. Your starting city is determined by the hero character that you play as. While setting up the game, each player selects their hero, and then places its miniature on the map in the starting city indicated on its board. The hero's board also lists their name, unique abilities, vital stats, and several skills: combat, cunning, agility, and lore. Each of these skills will be tested at various points throughout the game, and the more you can improve those skills, the better you'll fare against those tests. The map shows all the locations that the heroes will be traveling to over the course of the game in order to recover mysterious artifacts on their quest for glory. Locations include cities and jungles, islands, and ancient ruins, plus there are always 4 artifacts on the board to search for, randomly scattered across the world with their locations indicated by their corresponding skull markers. Each turn, heroes will move across the map and embark on challenging adventures in order to claim these artifacts. And, once obtained, artifacts grant powerful bonuses, so collecting them is essential for victory. The race to gather these artifacts takes place over a series of rounds, each having 4 phases: an initiative phase, which determines player order, followed by movement, then resolving adventures, and ending with the aptly named end phase. During the initiative phase, each player rolls 1 die, re-rolling any ties. The highest roller becomes the first player for that round, and any other player that unfortunately rolls a 1 for initiative does gain a special boost in the form of an event card, which they keep and can use later, possibly giving them an extra edge just when they need it. After the initiative phase is completed, the movement phase begins, where, in turn order, each player rolls a die and may move their character up to that many spaces across the map. Land and city spaces cost 1 movement point each to enter, while sea spaces have their movement cost printed on them. Heroes may occupy the same space as one another, and just like in the initiative phase, any player that rolls a 1 for movement also receives an event card, so sometimes moving slow and steady can actually work to your advantage. Once everyone's moves have been made, the adventure phase begins. Now, in turn order, each hero interacts with the space that they occupy. And the type of location that a hero finds themselves in will determine the type of adventure that takes place. For example, if the hero is in a city space, well then they draw, read, and resolve a city card. City cards have a variety of different effects, both good and bad. For example, A city card may provide you with some extra gear, or it could also trigger a car chase across side streets and back alleys. But if a card that you draw has this secret icon on it, well then don't read it aloud. Instead, keep it to yourself for now and use it later when the time is right. Otherwise, do read the card aloud and resolve it. Cities also provide the opportunity to buy gear, obtain allies, and heal, so they can be useful places to replenish supplies along your adventure. But you won't always find yourself inside a city. If your adventure phase begins with your hero in a land or sea space, then, instead of drawing a card, you'll begin your turn by rolling a die. If you roll a 4, 5, or a 6, draw an event card. Events typically give a hero an advantage, either by temporarily increasing their skills or hindering an opponent at an opportune moment. An event card can be held and then played at strategic times, unless the card says play immediately on it, in which case it must be resolved as soon as the card is drawn. Rolling a 2 or a 3 results in a lucky break and no encounter is triggered. Instead, you've arrived safely at your destination and can rest easy. For now. Rolling a 1 triggers an enemy attack, which is performed by drawing a card from the enemy's deck and then resolving it. Encountering an enemy triggers a fight, which plays out over a series of mini-rounds. During each mini-round of the fight, the hero rolls a number of dice equal to their combat skill, in this case 3. The enemy also rolls their fight dice at the same time, in this case also 3. Every 4, 5, or 6 that you roll is a hit, and eventually defeating an enemy gains you the amount of glory that's indicated on its card, then concludes the enemy encounter. Unfortunately, every 4, 5, and 6 that the enemy rolls hits you as well. Fortunately, your hero has a defense value listed next to their health, and every time your hero is attacked, you can ignore a number of hits equal to its defense. But for each hit remaining after that, your hero does take a wound. But don't worry, wounds are not lethal, and if a hero gains a number of wounds equal to or greater than their health value, well, you're not out of the game. Instead, they're simply knocked out and returned to their starting city, after rolling a die and losing that number of gear, allies, glory, or fortune in any combination you choose. If you start the adventure phase in a space with an artifact, rather than first rolling for an encounter in your space, instead embark on the artifact's adventure and try to recover it. Artifact adventures are managed by these sets of cards placed here during setup. Each artifact has a fortune value, indicated by its gold coin icon, and a danger value in its red shield icon. To claim the artifact in your location, your hero must complete a number of dangerous challenges equal to its value. If necessary, these dangers can be accomplished over the course of multiple turns, keeping track of which ones you've accomplished. And, in the base game, any other icons or text on the artifact and adventure cards are ignored. Each dangerous challenge associated with an artifact must be overcome one at a time. To attempt the challenge, first draw a danger card from the bottom of the dangers deck. The cards in the danger deck are two-sided, with its dangerous challenge on one side and a cliffhanger, which we'll get back to in a minute, on the other side. When attempting a challenge, make sure that the card you draw says danger in the keywords bar below the card's image. Every danger has a glory value and one or more tests that must be passed. If there's an or printed between its tests, then you can select which one to attempt. Otherwise, if it says and, then both tests must be completed in order to succeed. Additionally, some danger cards have the option to trigger a fight, in which case you draw a card from the deck of enemies and resolve a combat, just like we saw after rolling a 1 at the start of the adventure phase. Non-combat tests are resolved by rolling a number of dice equal to your hero's skill specifically associated with that test. For example, this is a cunning test, so you'll roll 3 adventure dice, which is equal to the value of this hero's cunning skill. This number on the test indicates the value that a die needs to roll in order to earn a success, in this case, a 5. For each die that rolls this number or higher, place a success marker on the danger, and each time you roll, as long as you roll at least one success, you may roll all your dice again. Then, when you earn a number of successes equal to or greater than the number shown on the test, you have successfully passed it. If all of a danger's tests are passed, it's been overcome. Then you may choose to either camp down, which gains you all the glory that you've gained so far on the dangers that you've overcome that turn, fully heals your hero and ends your turn, or you can choose to press on and immediately continue on to the next of the artifact's dangers. Pressing on can gain you an artifact faster, but also risks losing all the glory that you've earned so far that turn if you fail. Going back to the rolls that you make while attempting a dangerous challenge, if you don't roll enough successes, you fail that test. And in that case, you lose the glory that you would have earned so far that turn. Then, your turn ends immediately after flipping the failed danger card over to its cliffhanger side. As a result, your hero is left in suspense until your next turn, where your movement and adventure phase will be replaced by attempting to overcome the cliffhanger. Passing the cliffhanger test allows you to choose between camping down or pressing on as before. But failing a cliffhanger test knocks your hero out and sends them back to their starting city, after losing a die roll's worth of items. To help prevent such a failure from happening, during cliffhanger tests, and only during cliffhanger tests, your hero may exert themselves by taking a wound to roll an extra adventure die. And you can add more than one adventure die by taking a wound for each die added by exerting yourself in this way. After everyone has taken their turn during the adventure phase, the round concludes with the end phase, which cleans things up in preparation for the next round. If necessary, new artifacts and locations are drawn to replace any that have been recovered, and knocked out heroes remove all of their wound markers. Then you're ready to begin the next round and continue your adventures around the world. And that world of adventure is broadened even further with several expansions and add-ons that are available for Fortune and Glory, which each provide new mechanisms, characters, and threats. Some of this additional content that you'll find for the game includes the Rise of the Crimson Hand expansion, which introduces a powerful new Vial organization to contend with, new deadly tests, epic city events, which are unique to each major city, new villains to fight, and devious Crimson Hand acolytes that are dispatched to race the heroes for artifacts. The Treasure Hunters expansion adds even more cards, a new personal mission deck for heroes with bonus objectives, 2 new villains, and 4 new characters to play, each with their own unique abilities. And 3 different card supplement packs are also available, exclusively on the website of the publisher, Flying Frog Productions. The first 2 of these, the Danger Pack No. 1 and Sands of Cairo sets, each feature 14 new cards that focus on providing additional dangers to encounter. Additionally, the Tools of the Trade pack includes new gear, common items, cities, and event cards, all designed to be shuffled right into the decks that came with the base game. At its core, Fortune and Glory is a narrative-driven adventure with a goal of providing a cinematic storytelling experience. A hallmark of Fortune and Glory is its unpredictability. The combination of randomized encounters, open movement across the board, unexpected twists, sudden betrayals, and natural disasters all ensure that no 2 sessions are the same, allowing it to really feel like anything could happen. And even though Fortune and Glory, the Cliffhanger game, was first released back in 2011, it still has a player community posting in forums and uploading videos, which you can find on the game's Board Game Geek page, which you'll find a link to in this video's description. I hope that this video has demonstrated what Fortune and Glory is all about and has provided enough information to help you decide whether this would be a good fit for your next game night pick. Thanks for checking it out. Subscribe if you found this video useful, and have fun getting this game to the table.